Why is getting to the finish line of a project, a game project or an interactive project, so difficult? The CRISPR experience that I'm working on, it's supposed to be just 10 minutes of content. It's one material and one shader that goes onto everything. There's a very finite asset list. So why is it so hard to get to the finish line? If you're anything like me, you like the beginning stages. I confess, I love the beginning stages of a project. There's novelty, there's excitement, there's adrenaline. But then by the time I get to the end stages, the polished stages of a project, it feels like I'm staring down an infinite hallway. So first of all, the technology landscape is changing so quickly that an idea that you came up with 6 months ago or even just 12 months ago might no longer make sense for today's marketplace. For instance, with CRISPR, when I first came up with it, there was a lot of hype around MR inside of VR headsets. But today, the buzzwords are different. It's all about AI and user-generated content and Gaussian splats and AR glasses. It's just a little bit different. So you could start a project and then within just a couple of months, you could find yourself on a death march because you're developing for a marketplace that's no longer there. Two, all of the temp stuff, all of the move fast and break things, items that you put into your game or experience, all that stuff needs to get replaced with final polish assets. And going from a collection of cubes that represent something to the final asset, that can be a 10-year gap in experience. I mean, that's not trivial to get, from one side to the other side. And that's just on the art side. So on the code side, I'll also go through my code and find all of these little notes that say temp, do not use in production, temp. And so I have to go through and do this invisible work of digging out all of this tech debt, which nobody's going to appreciate, and also stay excited about releasing the product, which is hard. Three, there's also an emotional fatigue. But in addition to the emotional fatigue, there's what I kind of have started calling a nummification. And the nummification is when you've stared at temp assets for so long that they no longer look out of place to you. You're so accustomed to seeing them there that they seem like the right thing to be there. You can't say, oh, that definitely needs to get replaced. It's a different skill set to finish a project than it is to start a project. You're going from excitement to discipline. It's almost like you need a different person to finish the project than the person who started the project. I don't have that luxury. But anyway, let me know your thoughts.